Broadcast has been began. And I'm going to bring us live on Alpha Geek. Hello, Alpha Geek. And then we're going to get going with Small Screen Spoiler Show in 5, 4, 3.
Live streaming provided by Alpha Geek Radio and Alpha Geek Video. Visit tunein.alphageekradio.com to learn more.
You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the Small Screen Spoiler Show, where we discuss and spoil your favorite television shows. So if you have not watched what we're discussing, you might want to come back later. This is your final
spoiler warning. I got to warn you. You're doomed to stay. Go. Go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Spoilers.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is once again time for the Small Screen Spoiler Show. This is the Small Screen Spoiler Show, episode number 35.
36.
See. What? 34 was just last week.
No, you edited 35. I must be 35, I think. I don't know. I have a fever. I may be having a fever.
Okay.
Is this real?
Somewhere between 34 and 36. I am CJ. This is not restrained boat. And that guy over there is, of course, Jared, warm, incandescent eyes, Azevedo.
Hey. How's it going?
And the invisible third chair is, of course, Daryl. I quite fancy my bacon, Shaler.
And we know he fancies his bacon.
We do indeed.
I don't know if he can eat it on his diet.
Probably not. Turkey bacon, it's a lovely thing. And most days we'll allow for it.
It is 35 DTW.
See? I knew it. Ha! 35. Say, I made copies of 34 and upped it one. So it means we've been off for a while, apparently.
No, you're fine. You're right. Last week was 34. We got it right.
Oh,
We're good.
Glorious. I'm so glad I have that on. I am so glad I have that recorded. So tonight's shows are Agent Carter, Season 2, Episode 6, Life of the Party, Season 2, Episode 7, Monsters. We had a doubleheader this week. And making its glorious return, Better Call Saul with Season 2, Episode 1, Switch.
Bing.
But don't just take my word for it. Daryl has words about Agent Carter. Have not been favorable lately. See what they are this week.
I'm really pissed off that I haven't won the lottery this week. Sorry, it just seems that when I complain about something one week, it gets fixed the next. So, see you in the tropics, suckers. So Agent Carter returned to form with a double bill this week and systematically addressed pretty much every complaint you could have had with the last few episodes. From the beginning, Peggy is still suffering from her bowel getting irritated by some rebar and is forced to call an evil Black Widow to do some spy work with Jarvis. All while Madame Mask continues to both lose control and gain power. In fact, by the end of the second episode, she's killed her boring husband and the most disposable of his friends, taken over I Can't Believe You're Not Hydra, and even shot the fluidly accented Mrs. Jarvis in the stomach. By next week, no one will be wearing a two-piece around the Stark swimming pool.
Well played, sir. Oh, man. So as we have become wont to do, let's go ahead and start off with some IMDb ratings. Life of the Party got an 8.3. And Monsters got an 8.6. I'm okay with that one. Still a little low, but I really liked Monsters.
I liked them both. I thought they were both fantastic. Because in Life of the Party, surprisingly, Haley Atwell was not the episode MVP.
No.
Whoever plays Dottie, because holy crap. Why have you not used her before? And why have you used her so terribly before now?
Right?
She went from random, weird, no real depth character to the best thing on the show. It's like giving Jarvis a run for his money.
Yeah, right. Looking up who plays her right now, aside from miscellaneous supermodel number 362.
Only pretty people in the show.
Only pretty people. And
So she's
then
a brunette now.
And then Red from That 70s Show.
Oh, yeah. And that guy.
Bridget Reagan. San Diego, California. Oh, she was in John Wick. Love that movie.
No fooling. Really?
Yeah.
I should watch that movie.
It's really good, actually.
That's what I hear.
Surprisingly, for Keanu Reeves movies, it's actually pretty solid. So, oh boy. Yeah, I love, and also both. First off, these shows, yeah, at this point they definitely are not trying to not be a golden age comic book at this
Oh
time.
no, man, that was so fun.
Yeah, they fully embraced it at this point.
Wacky, off the wall, crazy.
Kind of fourth wall poking, but not quite breaking.
Yeah. Poke that fourth wall.
Like, it gets close to breaking a couple of times, but man, they pull it back just at the last seconds.
Oh man,
It's like some weird foreplay.
So apparently Peggy does not have magical Wolverine healing powers.
No, she is mortal, apparently.
Somehow she can still like get up and walk around despite having a piece of rebar stabbed all the way through her.
Through her.
All the way through
her.
I mean,
there was an exit wound. Like,
it's not one just cut. That's two. No. One on each side.
And also apparently apparently also just magical Nurse Jarvis can fix everything too.
Well, it wasn't Nurse Jarvis that fixed her.
Oh yeah, Nurse Mrs. Jarvis.
No, it was Nurse.
Oh yeah, Nurse Buxom Blonde.
Yeah, her random Sousa's fiance for a day.
Yeah, fiance.
Violet.
Her name
is Violet.
Violet. Yeah, there we go.
She remembers.
Thank you, Katie. We have our own visible wife. So yeah, that's right. And then they just kind of cleaned up the boo-boos afterwards and cleaning up her wounds.
Oops, broke my stitches. Good, you still have this.
Yeah, right. It's like I almost forgot because they hardly ever do that. Like, oh, that's right. She was stabbed through the stomach last episode.
Yeah, she was actually injured. She's been benched.
Though she gets better pretty quickly.
Yeah, surprisingly quickly.
She still has superhero healing powers, but not quite Wolverine.
It's not instantaneous. It takes a couple of days, apparently.
Yeah, 48-hour cooldown period, apparently. Yes, indeed. I just kind of also wanted this just to be called "I Have a Terrible Idea."
Well, I guess I'll X that note off. It was a nickname contender. But.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And then I heard them talking about
it's like, well, you can't go in there. Who are we gonna get to help you? I have a terrible idea.
and it is a terrible idea.
Wonderful idea.
Yes, indeed. Though I want the teleportation mechanism that they have to be able to get from LA to New York in record time.
And back.
Yeah. And back, exactly. And back in like less than 12 hours.
with the fugitive in hand also.
Yeah, right? With an escaped federal level fugitive, you're able to get on a plane. I mean, yes, this is before the TSA and everything like that, but there was still some kind of regulations. Jeez. Man, and then Jarvis dancing with her and everything was great too.
Yes, sir, Jeeves.
Yeah, Jeeves. Those two just work magically together, man.
Fantastic. Like, really, she just came in and stole the show this episode.
Absolutely.
First,
And surprisingly, Daryl's not complaining about more B-list characters taking over the front of the line because, I mean, that's exactly what this was. I mean, Dottie, you've seen Dottie for maybe 30 seconds this entire season. All of a sudden, she pretty much has her entire episode.
Oh, yeah. We got Agent Carter benched.
Yeah.
For a whole episode. I mean, she's there, but she's not really doing anything.
She's quasi making out with Sousa.
There's that.
In the creepy rape van. Sorry. Creepy surveillance van.
Surveillance van from the 40s, 50s, whatever. It's a little
that was a little out of its place.
It's fine. They had their big transistors and all. It was good. It's legit. But,
I like how Jarvis was prying on their entire conversation of those two pretty much confessing their love for one another. And looking extremely awkward. Jarvis is still like the most charismatic person in this entire show. He's so expressive too. Like,
yes. They even had their little Three Stooges moment while they turned on Dottie's perm machine or whatever and made funky pantomime. Like, what's happening here? It seems out of place, but I'm going to roll with it.
Again, they're not even trying at this point to separate themselves. I think at this point they're just kind of having fun since they know this is their last season and they're just like they're reaching the climax of it here.
I guess.
So I think at this point they're having fun.
Filming it, but no, they were having fun.
Yeah, and I'm good with them having fun. I mean, it's fun to watch them having fun because while they're still serious, I mean, there's still a world damning thing going on. It's still self-serious enough and interesting enough to be still entertaining. So, I mean, in Life of the Party, it was... I do like how she's like, yeah, there's no way you can torture me.
I'm good. I've pulled off my own fingernails, pulled out my own teeth, pulled out my own hair. Was the truth serum?
Yeah,
like mother's milk.
That was so great.
Can't do nothing with Dottie, but no, it was great. We come back. We're gonna break her out, and she's all natural. She's suddenly not a blonde anymore. Which
right. Well, no, she was dressed up as Agent Carter, so apparently that wasn't a wig, that was dye.
Huh? Yeah. And we got some gadgets.
Yay, gadgets! Yeah, we're at this. We've been 2 years of being Bond era spy show, and now we're getting gadgets finally.
And our super magnet compact. Got of course I can't. Oh yes, the magical necklace with the neurotoxin in it and the transmitter. Very nice. Good times. Good times.
Very, very much so.
I have a note here that says the Deca here is repulsive. I think it was decadence. Decadence. That's what I was trying to say. Decadence. The
Deca here is repulsive.
Yeah, well, sometimes I can't write while I'm watching. Because I'm so engaged. It was so fun. And the whole party. And then we got Madame Mask going full Madame Mask at the end.
Yes.
And suddenly she has a new power where she can like shoot the zero matter. And
that seemed to take a lot out of her though. So
yeah. I did enjoy her absorbing half of the Council of Nine.
Yeah.
She left old Leland though. Good old Leland.
Yay, Leland.
Well, now that we're rid of those other pasty buffoons, they're my cabinet now.
Pasty buffoon was also almost your nickname.
But yeah, I love Ray Weiss. I'm glad that he didn't get absorbed by zero matter.
Yeah, right.
I, for one, am excited to see the new direction of our council. I'm glad you're leading it now. It's awesome. Let's do it.
So awesome.
I'll get you some nukes. Let's go get those nukes.
Yay, nukes. I wonder what the heck she has to do with nukes. Like, they've not really ever explained what she needs the nukes for.
She wants to recreate the experiment that created zero matter or opened the portal that zero matter came from. That's what she wants the nukes for. She wants more zero matter.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, any other notes on Life of the Party? Because as we typically do on the two shows, we kind of tend to blend them together. But
yeah, this you already got into interrogating Dottie. But just the beginning with, oh gosh, I just forgot his name. Dave Wilkes? Dr. Wilkes, what's his first name?
Oh, Ghost Dad. Jason.
No, Ghost Dad. Jason Wilkes. David, weird. Like him going to the ring wraith world at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah, that was never really explained.
I just kept waiting for him to like turn around and see the all-seeing eye.
Right. Should have just taken off the ring. That's the issue.
Take off the dang ring, dude. You'll be visible again.
Jason. Daniel Sousa.
Daniel Sousa. There we go. Jason Wilkes, Daniel Sousa. No David.
One has an alarming smile and one has warm incandescent eyes.
They're both excellent suitors.
Yes. Did they say excellent? I think they said prime. I think he said prime.
I can't remember.
Prime suitors. I think
he said to write it down suitors. And then I forgot it, and then I didn't go back and find out what it was.
And then weird, awkwardly hitting on Agent Carter, and she's like sees right through it.
Just paying her a compliment.
No, they're still
happily married.
There's still so much sexual tension between those two. It's getting ready to snap.
Have the accent before? Did I just not notice it?
I think that's what Daryl was meaning by fluidly accented, because I'm fairly sure she kind of swaps accents throughout the entire thing.
I was like, wait, where did this accent come from? And why are you suddenly squeamish?
Yeah, right? That's way out of character for her.
The first couple episodes you were awesome and not afraid of anything, and nothing ruffled your feathers. But now
awesome, strong Hungarian woman, and now all of a sudden you're just
squeamish and
woman,
nervous Nelly, nervous wife. What's going on, Miss Jarvis?
Yeah, like the entire thing where she's like freaking out about him not coming home. It's so out of character for her. Please excuse my hand wringing from time to time. That has never been established.
Yeah, I was like, well, I mean, they kind of explained it as, before I didn't know what dangers he was getting into, but now I see firsthand, and it's freaking me out. It's okay,
I suppose,
sure, but it still felt like her character inconsistent for her character.
Yes. So I mean, it kind of was telegraphed the entire time that something bad was going to happen between one of the two of them.
Yes, I know. I was very, very angry at the end of Monsters.
Yeah, right. No, surprisingly, did not absorb her. I was expecting her just completely absorb her.
No, she's like, no, you're a strong woman, and I don't want to kill you because.
So I'm just going to shoot you in the stomach, which is the most painful, slow way to die.
Shoot, Miss Jarvis. You're dead to me now.
Yeah, right.
Go get
you were adorable, and now you're just evil.
You're just pure evil. I liked it when you ate all of the cats.
You ate not Hydra.
Absorbed them. But no, you shoot Miss Jarvis, you're dead to me. Dead to me.
Indeed. So we did get the ghost containment unit in Monsters 2, which is great.
Yeah.
I just imagine that's what the inside of the Ghostbusters traps look like.
Just a big magnetic field.
Yes. And they're all in there eating Hungarian food. I love that, but I've never had Hungarian food. Is it okay? Is it good? As he looks over his shoulder waiting for the door to close.
Yes, I'm going to miss this show when it's gone, but I'm glad we have it for now.
Yes.
And Jarvis is extremely entertaining, and I love him. I love you, Jarvis. You're my hero. If you've survived the season, I hope you show up in the MCU at some point. Like the actual movie ones.
I was like, kind of does.
Not just his voice, though.
It's not even the same guy. It's
I don't know. Paul Bettany's not Jarvis to me anymore.
Well, yeah.
It's all about James Darcy. That's my Jarvis.
That's my Jarvis. Do, 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 do. Oh man. No, so I like how it's weird how when Mrs. Jarvis sees Jason and Peggy snogging, that all of a sudden she goes, "Oh, okay." Completely out of character for her. Like she doesn't seem to care that there's weird, awkward sexual tension between the two of those two. But like she was visibly relieved when she saw Jason and Peggy making out. Like none of this makes any sense.
No, it doesn't. But the other, I guess third tier, not even second tier character that really shined in this last couple episodes was Whitney's gangster friend.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Hey, babe, looking beautiful. Anybody want a burger? I'm hungry. You guys hungry? You want something? No, I'm good. You sure? All right. Yeah.
That guy's so great.
He's just so nonchalant about everything.
Yeah.
He'll walk over, absorb a dude. All right. Nice.
I was waiting for him to like high five her or something, like a dude frat party or something.
Yes. Give me more Manfredi.
Yes. As opposed to Girl Friday.
Yeah. That's one word, actually. His last name is Manfredi.
You spaced it out when you said it, so.
Shh. Fever dream. Fever dream.
I don't care. I like Manfredi better.
Don't think it's convenient that the tracker suddenly turned back on. It's like, oh, we're walking into a trap. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure. And the jitterbug.
Yes. I also love how Jarvis was the first one out of the restraints, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. And he did it without complaining. Like, just kind of slips out of it. Like
4, 33, 34, 33, 34, 30. I know that's right.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, not so-and-so's measurements. So-and-so's measurements.
Oh, I'm such an idiot. What does yours do? Boom! Again, straight up comic book.
Perfect timing.
Oh man, just so delayed reaction. And I like how he's carrying it along with him still.
Like, go ahead and grab that.
Oh man. Yeah, and also Dottie and Peggy together is that's just brilliant,
magic.
Man.
Just magic.
Yes. They were made for each other. They were made to be the perfect analogs for one another, and it's just brilliant.
Yes, they play with each other beautifully.
Oh yes.
Dottie's snark with
Peggy's dry wit,
dry sarcasm.
Basically, Dottie's American versus Peggy's English is what you're saying.
British versus American humor.
Yeah,
tag teaming.
There you go.
Tag teaming across the country, doing their British and American comedy show. Just want them to high five and make out.
Come on, Louise, this shit. Like, oh man. But and also you have Jason weirdly absorbing zero matter now.
Because he has zero matter. So
yeah, well, yeah, but it's never been
people.
So it's never been established that their inhumanly qualities were balanced on one another. I suppose it would kind of make sense considering they were in the same, not gate opening.
Kind of like opposites ends of the pole. Those zero matter.
She absorbs all physical matter, and he has no physical matter.
Whee! But
then he becomes solid when she venoms into him.
Yeah, he does.
I saw that now that Spider-Man's in the MCU. I'm like, I want a zero matter Venom. That would be really cool.
What would that be like?
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
So are they going to defeat Zero Matter by hitting it with sound waves? Is that what's going to happen?
Apparently. Yeah, they're going to start ringing a bell.
Throw Whitney in a bell tower.
Bear tower? Bear tower. Note to self for Manipool, create bear tower.
Create bear tower. I want a bear tower. Is it a tower made of bears or a tower filled with bears?
Yes.
These are important.
The answer is yes.
These are very important questions.
Yes. I'm also being distracted by putting this into Slack. Note to self, create bear tower. So yeah, any other notes on this one?
We kind of touched on it, but the Jarvis giving Peggy the talk in their car ride.
Right?
So, saw that you and Jason are close, yeah, and it's like, well, there was a moment. It was emotional. Yeah. I also overheard your conversation with Mr. Sousa.
What, you were eavesdropping?
Well, yes, I guess.
I like how she stops the car and he just yells at her, unsafe!
But, you really should pick a side there. I don't know what to do. I know, I get you. But, they're two very nice gentlemen. Let's not string them along, Peggy.
Yeah, and also that's kind of out of character for her as well. Like in season 1, she was just like, except for that little bit with Sousa, she's like, I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent black woman. And in this one, she's like, I need all of the men all of the time.
Not necessarily. She's kind of happening.
Yeah, this is true.
She's not actually seeking it out.
Neither one of us have our things up. Or do you have your thing up?
Do I have my thing up?
No, you don't have your thing up.
Should you be? Oh, that. Oh, crap.
Sorry, Daryl.
Look, there's the Agent Carter thing.
There it is. Yeah.
Just look for
as we're getting ready.
This means that it's about over.
Yeah, we're getting ready to stop talking about this right now. Sorry.
Oh, man, video fail. Oh,
yes, indeed. So, yeah. The car talk was awesome. Both of these episodes were just brilliant. We get another 2-parter next week, which is great. And that means, by the way, since we have a 2-parter next week, so we have Better Call Saul still. The week after next, you know what starts?
Gotham?
Daredevil.
And
Gotham. I think we have 1 week of Agent Carter, Better Call Saul, and then Gotham, and then the last episode of Agent Carter, Better Call Saul, Gotham, and then Daredevil.
Oy vey.
Yeah. We're back in the 50 season, Jazz. Oh, I just about called you a horrible thing.
Jeeves?
Yes, Jeeves. We'll go with Jeeves.
You can call me Jeeves.
That's absolutely what I was going to call you.
No. The only other notes I have left for Agent Carter are Sticky Wicket, which is another nickname.
Sticky Wicket.
It's quite the sticky wicket you have with these two gentlemen. And lucky you didn't pick up the clap, which I know was a jab at Howard Stark, but I don't remember the context of it.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh,
it was funny. It was funny enough that I wrote it down, so,
All right. So, then let us get on into the grand return of one of our favorite things to talk about last season, Better Call Saul, and something we didn't have last season, as far as I can remember. At least we might. No, did we have Daryl's interest for Better Call Saul last season?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think this might have been a little bit after. I think this might have been before him.
Yeah, right after.
Yeah, you're right. It was in 1B when he started, when Shield came back. So here's Daryl introducing us to Better Call Saul.
Excuse me, I need a lawyer. I got a whiplash complaint. I can provide my own soft collar and look injured. What happened? Well, you see, season 1 of Better Call Saul ended like it was a one-off event. Jimmy McGill got sick of doing the right thing and losing, refused the perfect and sensible job offer, and drove off with just a name change between him and the man we meet in Breaking Bad. And then they got a season 2, and the first episode hits the brakes so hard that it yanks my head back harder than Lucifer Morningstar Donkey Punch. Here, Jimmy spends all of one episode trying to live the easy life, conning one Breaking Bad reference into buying him a bottle of another Breaking Bad reference, before ultimately accepting that job offer and settling into the other life that he thought he wanted. Amazing writing, a simple but sublime cold opening in the present, and the usual fine acting do a pretty good job of making up for the fact that the series just changed course abruptly. And I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with not finding out what that bloody switch does.
Right?
Oh.
The light switch that he had to untape and turn it on and just kind of...
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Okay. This episode,
that's
man.
Why it's called Switch.
Yes, that's why it's called Switch.
Oh, that was probably some kind of metaphor. Him turning on the...
Exactly.
Right
and nothing happening. So he took this job, but nothing is going to happen. Because that's what freaking Vince Gilligan does. So let's start from the beginning. Another awesome black and white present moment with Saul.
I don't
walked out of the restaurant.
Let's just talk about the Cinnabon cold open again.
Yes.
Number one, we're at Cinnabon again, and all he's doing is cleaning, taking out the trash, and then putting it in the dumpster where he gets locked for a little while. That's all that happens.
Yes.
Nothing really happens. For some reason, the entire time I was watching that, like, I felt so tense.
Right?
I don't know why.
Yeah, there was literally nothing happening. But yeah, it's like like the skin on the back of your neck just kind of tenses up and like little hairs start raising up.
Waiting for the hammer to drop or something. Like something bad's about to happen. And then it really does.
Nothing happens other than Bob Odenkirk looking awesome with a porn stash.
He does have a nice porn stash.
I love porn stash Saul, man. This is one of the best things ever. As I was getting ready to type that in there.
I think we had the same show title candidate last time, but that's okay.
Probably.
It's okay.
So yeah, Daryl's not wrong on. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, yeah, you're ready to get into Breaking Bad, and then you get just yanked back hard because, like you said, surprise season 2.
It's like, hey, season 2, and there's probably going to be a whole bunch of seasons because this show is really popular. And,
yes.
You know,
so I doubt
AMC something is other than Walking Dead. So here we go.
By the way, they finally have Chris Hardwick on afterwards, and I like Chris Hardwick and all, but Talking Saul is a little weird.
I did not watch it.
I watched it because I for some reason my DVR recorded it, so I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll watch it. And it's just, I mean, I like Talking Dead, that was good, and like Talking Bad was good too. But this one just seems kind of weird. It doesn't seem like it's the kind of show that can have that kind of response like he warrants. And because it's one, quit stealing my shtick, Hardwick. Jeez, that's my shtick. I should be doing Talking Saul, not you.
Spoiling Saul. You did it
exactly.
First. Thank you very much.
Rip off artist. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We're better than Chris Hardwick. We're better than Chris Hardwick.
Just keep telling yourself that.
I will.
SG was here.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh, yay! Little bit.
Yeah. He's still in his heart of hearts. He's still Saul Goodman.
Working at the Cinnabon.
Working at the Cinnabon in Omaha.
Oh man. So
surprised those teenage girl employees are comfortable being with him after hours.
Right? Yeah, it just seems like he would radiate perverted horribleness, man.
I don't know. Guess he's a nice guy. Maybe he can do his talking thing, make everybody like him, like you do.
Like his weird superpower.
It is a superpower. No
doubt. I mean, it's basically Lucifer's superpower, so I mean, he has the same superpower as Lucifer. Think about it. It's the same power.
Now I want a Lucifer Better Call Saul crossover.
Right? Lucifer finds his girlfriend and starts hitting on her, and like
just have them talk at each other for, an hour.
And that's how he becomes Saul. That Lucifer grants him a favor, and that's how he becomes Saul. This is the greatest thing that will never happen.
It is the greatest thing that will never happen. No.
I am a little sad though that they didn't give Jonathan Bakes any time in this one.
They gave him a little bit.
Not much though.
With his little side story with the nerd in the Hummer.
There can never be enough. There can never be enough Jonathan Banks.
I'm sure we'll get plenty, so don't worry.
Oh, am I the only one who was surprised that nerd lived through the entire episode?
I was pretty surprised too. I knew something terrible was going to happen to him, but I thought it was going to be worse than that.
That's actually pretty tame. I'm like, there's no way he's going to make it out of this alive, especially when he lets Tuco's cousin into the Hummer. I'm like, yep, he's dead. There's no way. Wait, what? How is this happening?
They just stole all of his money and his baseball cards.
Yeah, stole all of his money, his baseball cards, and his drugs. Poor guy. Poor stupid nerd.
Stupid nerd. This is not restraint. Playa. Hummer with the spinning rims.
Yes.
Feel that leather. Feels so good. Nice.
You could have a lady in here in a bikini and another one in a parka, and they'll both be comfortable.
Little nacho. Yeah, you're gonna have two ladies in here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Good job, Nacho. Still just proving another one of those just amazing, super great things in here. Just so awesome.
He says almost nothing, but you know exactly what he's up to. He portrays it all.
But he doesn't need to. He still just is the greatest thing ever. I'm waiting for Tuco to show back up this season, by the way. I can't wait for that.
Oh, yeah, he'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
This episode didn't give us that hard holy crap moment at the very end, like the last.
No, this was Gilligan being at his most Gilliganist.
Yeah, it was just very subdued and just taking it all in. Look at all this.
But they did that a lot during Breaking Bad, and that typically wound up to being the next couple of episodes were just absolutely brutal.
Yeah. So it's putting Saul there. Here's all the stuff, and you can tell that he's completely out of his element. And deep down inside, you know that he doesn't belong here.
Yeah, he's struggling to get free. He tasted that bit of freedom at the hotel, and he's just like, which do I like more, money or women? Apparently women.
No, just one woman.
Yeah.
Just one that he loves. Or really likes.
Yeah, I'd say at this point, especially taking a job that he didn't want, I'm fairly sure you can call it love at this point. I'm just waiting for him to admit it. But yeah, I mean, this did feel like a hard stop into an idol from last season, and you know what? I'm okay with that for a season premiere. You don't need to be
fine. Not really anything happened this episode, but I still enjoyed every second of it.
Right? You still have
all
ended,
and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was I too was expecting something horrible to happen at the very last second. Okay, he's doing the Gilligan shot of him lingering and lingering and lingering,
playing with the switch,
lingering. I'm like, all right, snap cut to nerd dude get his head blown off. Come on. No, nothing. That's it. Okay.
Just go to the nerd dude's house and there's a pink teddy bear there. And you know. It's missing an eye.
Yeah, you do.
Anywho.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was Breaking Bad references when that was going down until Daryl said something, and I almost slapped myself physically to not recognize those references in the hotel bar.
Oh, I missed those completely, I guess.
Yeah, the dude is that dude is one of the people that Walter White's car. He gets on the bad side of Walter White.
Is he the one that, like, puts the thing in his battery and lights his car on fire?
Yes.
Is that the same guy?
That's the same dude.
Fantastic.
And then the tequila that they were drinking,
scammed by Saul and screwed over by Walter White.
Yes, and the tequila they were drinking, I'm fairly sure was a dude from Pollos Hermanos.
Gus.
Gus.
The tequila he presented to.
I think so. If I remember,
he poisoned them with. Is that the tequila he poisoned them with?
I'm fairly sure it was.
Now I got to look for Easter eggs while I'm watching this too. Dang it!
Wait, you're supposed to watch for Easter eggs while you're watching this.
I'm sorry, I was just enjoying it.
Oh, it is so good to like. This is one of those shows that you sit and watch once and just kind of sit back and relax, and then go back and through and watch again, and then look for the Easter eggs.
Yeah. Like I knew that something familiar about the douchey stock sales guy.
Yep, there you go.
Did not realize it was the same dude.
Same dude. Yes.
That's one of my notes when we were talking about the nerd and the Hummer and his missing baseball cards. It was really, really nice to see a show portray cops as competent. You know? Like normally they always portray cops as idiots, but these are like, no, we know exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're worried about your baseball cards, like, there's nothing right about that.
Yeah, I wish I actually get into IT and collect the baseball cards, and I can get a car like that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these cops knew exactly what's going down.
Yeah, you live in this house and you're driving that car. No.
Yeah,
should listen to Mike. It's all about restraint. Always
listen to Mike.
Always listen to Mike. These are your best. That's the best advice anyone can give you. Always listen to Mike.
Yeah. If there's 4 words you should live your life by, always listen to Mike. Because over both of these shows, he's right 100% of the time.
Yeah, he is. It's like, all right, you can go by yourself, but you really should have somebody.
Nobody ever listens to him, but he's always right.
Unfortunately,
oh my God,
that doesn't
I'm so glad the show is back on. Like, you're right. There's not a lot to talk about in this episode. Nothing happened at all.
No,
but it's just
Saul's hanging out at a hotel, scamming people and the hotel.
You gotta get a little bit of that Slippin' Jimmy thing going back on, which is great to see again. And
roped him into it a little bit.
Yeah, not too much, but she got some fancy drinks.
Got some fancy tequila. Screwed over the stock man. And then we got to hear him talk about sunk cost fallacy, so he knows his terminology.
Yeah, he is and even like the things that even the stockbroker was saying, like these are things that stockbrokers say. Gilligan knows how to write a script to make it accurate.
I don't know. I see that's a sunk cost fallacy. You think that it's when you're gambling and you keep putting money in because I put so much in, I'm bound to win something. Sunk cost fallacy. See, I learned something too from Better Call Saul.
Yay! The more you know.
Oh, let's see. And the only other note I have is species accurate regardless of my own sexism. I said lioness because the lioness are the ones that actually go out and do the hunting. I'm just trying to be species accurate regardless of my own sexism.
Yes.
Good stuff. The Better Call Saul is back. I'm happy that it's back.
Yes.
Give me more. I'm ready for it.
Well, we have a new one. It's currently on the whatever your recorded stream of your choice.
I don't know what you're talking about. We recorded this right after it aired, right?
Absolutely, yes. Which I liked it better when I wasn't tempted to watch Better Call Saul before the show.
I know. I've got like a 45-minute window where I might could squeeze it in, but
yeah, and you want to, you really do, but just like, yeah, it doesn't wind up well for us. No. Like when we start going beyond the shows, it never winds up well for us.
I don't know.
Especially me, because I just kind of blend things together.
Indeed. Any other notes from you?
No.
You the lioness. What does the
yes.
Switch do? What does the Switch do?
What did the Switch do? Ring a ding 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 a ding a ding.
Oh, sorry. I was going for what's in the box, but
yeah.
we did not see Jazz on that time.
No.
It does happen.
Yes, C-jasms do happen, but not this time.
What does the Switch do? What does the Switch do?
There's a possibility that Ed does absolutely nothing. This is a Vince Gilligan show. There's a possibility that he's going to keep flicking that switch through the entire next episode, and it's not going to do a single thing ever.
No,
that switch has switch hasn't worked for years.
Not connected to anything. Just wanted to go be like,
you're right. All right, so lovely to have you back. Better Call Saul. Before we head on into the challenge portions, the challenge show portion of the show, we will go ahead and take a quick ad break from our sponsor.
Like my friend Kanye, I know one truth about business. You don't get rich by spending your own money. But as I said to him or her, you don't go asking one billionaire for $53 million. You ask 53 million regular people for $1. And to do this, you can go to geek-io.net/Patreon so that we can invest your cash in making this network great. Remember, I am rich. Kanye and I can go cruising the streets of LA in our gold-coated Land Rovers while sipping on Cristal and her twin sister Amber. But we're still very much in debt and need your money. geek-io.net/Patreon.
Play it again.
Oh, okay. I got another one too. Let's play the other one too.
Oh, we got two of them. Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got two of them. Let's do this one.
Not everyone knows this, but I'm a patron of the arts. I even own a Banksy. I have it on my bathroom wall. I know it's genuine because I downloaded the stencil myself. I like to look at it as I poop and reflect on one important truth. You don't need talent to be successful. Speaking of which, the people at Geek.io want to be successful, and you can help them by going to geek-io.net/Patreon and donate 50 pence or whatever you think they're worth so they can get some decent audio equipment. They promise they will not spend it on prostitutes and narcotics.
Promise.
I make no such promises.
My number one priority is webcam that isn't yellow.
Yeah, right.
Maybe so.
I recommend the Logitech whatever I have.
Okay, sweet. I'll look that up right now.
Logitech. Go to geek-io.net/Amazon and look up the Logitech Oh, Daryl, you magnificent bastard, you.
Well done. Well done.
He listened to my request, so thank you for that.
Well done, Daryl.
Oh, right.
British Bake Off. Anyway.
So, the second part of the show is our challenge shows. Jazz and I will talk about shows that we watched that the other one didn't, and kind of do a mini spoiler on it. Jazz, go.
Okay. So I watched Flash, and then I had my grandmother's 80th birthday party. My fence fell over, and I had to fix that, and I also got sick, so I only watched Flash and the other shows. But hey, Flash is great. So it's the one coming back after the mid-season finale. You know, he revealed everything. The man in the yellow suit showed up, and now we're just kind of settling back into things. And Captain Cold has returned with his new partner, Heatwave. Oh
yeah. Got the Rogues Gallery starting to form. The brothers from Prison Break, back together once again.
Return of the Rogues. But aside from that, I mean, it was just a fine episode. It's great. I really, really enjoyed it. But the thing I love most is every single time that they call the man in the yellow suit the Reverse Flash. There's just something about them saying that out loud on television that just makes me feel warm inside. Like, it's like, oh, you're really calling it Reverse Flash. That's so great. Love it. Thank you. I love this show so much. Thank you for not being afraid to be a comic book show and just embrace it. Full frontal hug. Wait.
I mean, anyway. you get that way. I mean, you get that in almost like Caitlin calling the guy the Rainbow Ranger. Like I heard them like, yes, bad Silver Age Flash villains.
Woohoo! So yeah, it was a good, fun episode. Good. Just your basic, not too much happened. Captain Cold and Heatwave came back, and Flash has been revealed. He is real, and Central City knows it, and that was part of the plan. The whole plan.
Man in the yellow suit and his giant pet monkey.
Reverse Flash.
That's not incorrect. You'll find out.
Oh, I know. They've already teased Gorilla Groot or Grodd or however you say it.
Gorilla Groot.
Gorilla Groot.
Gorilla Groot. I am Groot. I want banana.
Seems legit.
All right. Sure, so, on to my other. Speaking of DC shows, my show's Supergirl. Supergirl. Continuing to be absolutely amazing. You deal with, like I said, a lot of the fallout that happened last episode with kryptonite katanas and stuff like that. And this episode was a bridge. You have, in a shout out to comic book fans of the New 52 Supergirl, you have Siobhan show up finally, which is her best friend in the comic books, but and so will inevitably end up going there. She's Cat Grant's other assistant because, well, Supergirl is unreliable and also broke her son's heart. So,
oh no!
This, not a ton happened in this episode either. You have buildup. You have a lot of buildup, but not a lot of anything else. So, be continued on next episode where they're ramping up towards the season finale now. So it'll be exciting to see where that goes and if Tom Welling shows up as Superman, which is the massive rumor right now.
I would be completely okay with that.
Yeah, like I said, just don't try and make it that Superman. That's all I ask. Just like I said before, just have him show up and he's Superman. Don't try and make him Smallville Superman. Just kind of having that shout out.
Superman, because Superman didn't show up in Smallville until the last 60 seconds. So,
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to shoehorn it in like that.
Oh no. I mean, you don't have to bring in Lana Lang and Chloe and whoever else is still alive that I can't remember.
So
though Jimmy in Smallville was Iceman's twin brother, so
Iceman? That's a Marvel person.
Yeah, but the guy who played Iceman in the X-Men movies.
Oh,
he has a twin brother, and his twin brother plays Jimmy Olsen on Smallville.
Oh, cool.
I thought it was the same guy. I was like, "Whoa, Iceman's in this," and I looked it up. I was like, "It's not Iceman." And then I was like,
"All right, then,
brother." I was like, "Oh, his twin brother is Iceman, and he's Jimmy Olsen." Okay. Right on.
Here we go. All right. So back to Lucifer and Friends Solve a Crime. You're finally having plot development in Lucifer. Of course, the episode after we stop watching it.
Yes, of course.
Everything starts to come together.
That's how it always happens.
Because you get Maze going to Angel Hood. Angel President Hood or Principal Hood, and his forearms, and both of them are working together. And you see her doing things. You see Lucifer dealing with mortality for the first time properly, and just absolutely losing his crap over it. You deal with, it's not just the murder solved actually pretty quickly in this. So that's not a lingering thread in this episode. The lingering thread is dealing with the fallout of that murder, not just the murder. You also have light shed back on Chloe's past and the fallout from her failed case and why she is how she is. So, I mean, you've had great plot development, great character development this entire episode where the murder wasn't the central focusing theme.
Interesting.
And it would be actually really fun episode to talk to you about now that we're not talking about it.
Of course.
Sleepy
that was going to
Hollow
happen.
all over again.
That was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. We stopped talking about Sleepy Hollow, and all of a sudden the next 5 episodes were brilliant.
I wouldn't say 5 episodes, but definitely the last couple of the season were incredible.
So,
like it, let's see, what was that? Season 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it got really there towards the middle, and
yeah,
it still was kind of wandering around, and I was all ready to just give up on Sleepy Hollow. And then I watched the season 2 finale. I was like, okay, I'm in.
Dang it!
Dang it, you guys! You pulled me back in. I was so ready.
And this season that's going on right now is actually it's pretty good. Like it's not super fantastic awesome, but it's genuinely enjoyable. So yeah, there's Lucifer. It's great. I'm going to continue watching it. I don't know if I'm going to continue having it on my show. I know I have a challenge show I have to start doing here soon. Why don't you tell the folks at home what the challenge show is, Jazz?
The challenge show?
Yes, my challenge show. Yes.
Man in the High Castle, right?
Yes. I will begin doing that here.
Then we can talk about it together.
Yeah.
It's like a joint challenge because I finished it. See if I can remember anything.
I'm probably just gonna steamroll through it, to be completely honest. At least 2 episodes a week. I can promise that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mainly because I want to wrap it up before I get back to work.
Yeah. It's so good though, man.
Oh no, I don't doubt it.
Just don't expect any closure at the end of the season.
Like I said, it is not me being grumpy saying I don't want to watch the show. I want to watch the show, but just like I got so busy and everything started happening that I just kind of boom, fell off the radar.
Boom, he says.
Boom, I say. So let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. You can contact the show. Contact the show via email, geekioshow@gmail.com, via Twitter and Facebook at geekioshow /geekioshow. You can call the Geek Hotline, submit your minute and a half or less segments, reviews, whatever you want to talk about. 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK for those who are numerically to alphabetically aware. This show's website is geek-io.net/spoiler show, and you can support us via Patreon at patreon.com/geekio or geek-io.net/Amazon.
Amazon. Show title candidates. Evil Black Widow. I can't believe it's not Hydra. The Deca here is repulsive. That's my Jarvis. Give me more Man Freddy. Tag teaming across the country. Porn Stash Saul. Porn Stash Saul. Porn Stash Saul. Porn Stash Saul.
This just in. Jazz has a fever, and that just incredibly intrigued him.
I don't know. Something about saying that out loud. Felt funny rolling off the tongue. Porn Stash Saul. The greatest thing that will never happen. Always listen to Mike. Gorilla Groot. And felt funny rolling off the tongue. Porn Stash Saul. Porn Stash Saul.
All right, folks. On that note, we're going to go ahead and play this clip that I really should edit down, but I haven't yet. So we will see you next week. We're going to talk more Agent Carter and Better Call Saul. Bye. Say bye, Jazz.
Bye.
This podcast is a part of the Geek.io Media Network. Copyright 2016. This is a podcast of the...
Stop it, me. Shut up.
Shut up, me.
There we go. Another show in the bucket. I should probably stop the YouTube feed.